Kai Cenat's recent decision to direct a portion of his earnings toward building a school for children in Makoko, Nigeria, reflects a commitment to uplifting lives and creating opportunities for those in need. Such an act goes beyond financial support. It is a display of compassion, generosity, and a desire to make a meaningful difference. Yet, his choice to help children far from his own home has sparked controversy, with some questioning his intentions, critiquing his approach, and even suggesting he should have chosen beneficiaries closer to his own heritage. Criticizing those who are genuinely trying to help, rather than acknowledging the good they do, often reveals more about us than about them. When we focus on others' flaws or motives, we risk missing the value of their actions, as well as the kindness we ourselves could offer. In the Vedantic tradition, true service transcends race, nationality, and other divisions. Humanity is seen as a single family, with each person's joys and sorrows echoing across that shared bond. Kai's choice to help children in Makoko was an expression of this universal connection, recognizing their struggles as part of a broader human experience. His commitment reflects a noble heart, one that doesn't see compassion as limited by borders or cultural boundaries. Some argue that Kai should have directed his efforts elsewhere, perhaps toward causes connected to his own heritage. But should we restrict someone's compassion, dictating where kindness should be directed as though it were a resource with limited value? True generosity arises from within and doesn't need external validation. If his heart led him to Makoko, might we not see this as a genuine calling, a reminder that compassion for others, no matter where they are, is one of the purest acts of service? It's common for critics to question the motives behind charitable acts, assuming they may be for attention or personal gain. But when we cast doubt on the intentions of those doing good, we may actually reveal our own insecurities. Instead of questioning Kai's motivations, perhaps we could focus on the positive impact of his actions and the potential for change they bring. In sacred texts, we find stories of individuals who chose to serve selflessly, even when others doubted or misunderstood them. The Bhagavad Gita, for instance, teaches that the highest form of service is action performed without attachment to the results. Kai's decision to establish a school in Makoko, despite the criticism he faces, aligns with this principle of selfless action. Some argue that Makoko, as part of Lagos, is not an ideal choice, pointing out that there are more underserved rural areas. But this view overlooks the reality of Makoko itself. Although within a metropolitan area, it's marked by poverty and limited resources. When Kai visited, he saw children packed into overcrowded classrooms, lacking basic educational tools. Rather than focusing on geographic technicalities, let's appreciate his response to real human needs. Giving, after all, is less about finding the perfect place and more about addressing suffering wherever it exists. Others question why Kai chose Nigeria over a country like Haiti, where he has ancestral roots. This critique only limits the potential of global compassion. Are we to suggest that some children deserve help more than others simply because they live in a particular country? The struggles of children are universal, and judging someone's charitable choices based on national boundaries does little but divide us further. As the philosopher Swami Vivekananda once said, "Be grateful that the poor man is there, so that by making a gift to him, you are able to help yourself." Kai's choice to build a school serves not only those in Makoko but also reflects his personal growth and values. Shouldn't we celebrate this willingness to help, regardless of where the help goes? Reflecting on Kai's actions can also inspire us to ask ourselves, what are we doing to make a positive difference? It's easy to critique from the sidelines, but it's much harder, and nobler, to step in and contribute. Real change often begins with small acts of kindness, directed toward one person, one community, one project at a time. Kai's school may be a modest step, but it represents a larger vision of creating positive impact, reminding us all of the powerful change that even a single person can initiate.